They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer.
Huh?
You said we'd have a house as big
I
as the
knew it.
Blackfriars by now. I'll get you!
Someone there? Come on! I'll get you! No more! I yield! I yield!
This one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Of course you'll get a cut. We take care of our own. Now, if you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Get going. He's as pig-headed a man. The key is that ugly Kira. Talk to Talon J at the Bee and Barb. Helga is a devout follower of Dibella and dotes over the statue to the divine
I'm not
that she
here to
keeps
hold
at the
your hand.
bunkhouse.
Figure this one out
Use
for
it as
yourself.
leverage, and she'll cave.
Come back later.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do? I'm not here to hold your hand. Figure this one out for yourself. I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf. Stick with me, and they'll never even know you're there.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Aye.
Have anything for us yet?
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon is the place.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you. That skill can be bought. Keep your hands to yourself.
What do you want? With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Here for a room or something to drink? Show me some coin first. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
My skill in...
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Yeah, got this note. Don't know. Creepy fella. Black robe. Couldn't see his face. Paid me a pretty sum to get that into your hands, though. It's from Falk Firebeard at the Blue Palace. Ooh, you've got friends in high places. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Yes?
If you're looking for a room, try the B and Bar. This place is for the working man. Please, don't take the statue. It's the only thing of value I have left. Please, don't take the statue. It's the only thing of value I have left. have my statue. What are you going to do with it? Not Lady DeBella. No! Please, I can't lose her! I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it. What do you think?
Don't even think about it.
Pickpocket!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
Don't even think about it.
What do you think?
Don't even think about it.
You're not getting...
Keep your hands to yourself. Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. I'd appreciate it if you'd keep your hands to yourself.
That old woman who runs the orphanage has been murdered. Say, didn't I see you coming out of there?
You're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? I can't pay! I can't! No! You're going to break it! Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I ended up selling. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake. Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it. I hope you're here for friend. Reasons now. After all, I'm all paid up. Hey, keep your hands to yourself. You're here for friendlier reasons now. After all, I'm all paid up.
Huh?
Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so?
You remind me of the shadow scales from the old histories.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Protect yourself right. Buy.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions. Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new...
This better be important. This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. What we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? I'll let that comment go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Of course. Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Cornelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Arangoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arangoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arangoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Come here a second. I'll show you what I know. If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you can always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once. If you ever need more practice with the bow, just
got a minute? Wanted to say something. My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes. No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything. Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so. I appreciate that. Be seeing you.
Hey, let's talk a second. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot, and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Huh, are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran, and I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know. Don't even think about it.
Hey! I want to talk. I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. Don't get me wrong, the first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Always a pleasure. Yeah, I guess I have a minute. What do you want?
This better be important. I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be on your way. A word of advice. Don't disappoint me.
Get away from me.
Wanted to say something to you. Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. Made a great deal of gold doing it, too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested. get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes to... well, to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. Some other time. I think you're all right. Pull up a When I started out in this business, I didn't... with my lock-picking app, it's where usually, either way, the trick was... well, I do jobs for the last... after that, I promised myself... I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief, rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail... I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that. Sure, we can talk, Anna. Get away from me!
Better be important. I'm quite busy.
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get... The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go. Back with good news, I trust? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. All right, but if you get arrested, don't blame it on me.
So, you're
Good luck.
Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
Well, you done or what?
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as all the people. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again. Until next
All
time.
eyes are on Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. A few decades ago, this place was a... Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Can I give you a little tip? Take every job you can get, or else you'll end up a beggar.
So, you're
All eyes are
Brynjolf's
on
new
you,
protege.
Need some gold.
Don't
I'll
look
have
like
some
much
work
to
for
me.
you.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint
So you're the
us.
new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of deal we can make. Until next time. Welcome. Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them. If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin. They'll
All
fix
eyes
you.
are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
You're pathetic!
Huh?
Who's it?
Never should have done.
Even if... one of us, you better not make trouble.
Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking for some extra coin. one off her.
What would... Now you're mine.
Did you hear something? Is someone there?
has no place here.
What was that?
Damn! Where'd you go?
Is someone there?
You can't hide from me. Ha! Found you.
Never should have come here.
Victory is yours! I submit!
Watch what you're doing.
Never should have come here.
I'm right behind you. As you wish. Just don't forget about me.
Get away from me! Worthless mercenaries. I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice. I can't. If I do, I may as well cut my own throat. I don't believe you. That's not your way. Give it your best shot. Is someone there? Worthless mercenaries. I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice.
We heading? Of course. Let's go.
Is someone there? Huh?
no place. Someone there? What was that? Someone there?
Where are you?
Interest you in some marksman training? A lot of people are beginning to get impressed. I'll show you what I know. If you ever need more practice with the bow, just...
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lad. Let me take a look at what you found. Arengar sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be? Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name. Don't sound so eager. It's not a social visit. It's business. That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people. Ha, of course. Your pay. You're smart as a whip lad. Keep doing right by us, and there's plenty more where that came from. Until next we meet, lad.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive. Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused. You have to understand, it's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on. Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area. I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly. Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Machius. He'll fill you in on all the details. One more time, in case I wasn't... clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Careful with that fire.